Being a woman comes with a massive advantage, but you need to know how to use it. 1, your beauty is currency. 2, your experiences are power. You merge those two together and you become unstoppable. Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about how to get paid to be you as a woman. These tips have helped me make my yearly salary in a month, not from how many hours I work, but from who I am and how I think. Because getting paid to exist is one of the most feminine way of building wealth. The truth is, the modern day workforce is not designed for women to thrive. Us as women, we have a cycle. We don't reset our bodies every day like men. So we shouldn't have to choose between making money, going to work, taking care of ourselves. You don't have to work the traditional way of going to school, climbing up the corporate ladder, working yourself to the ground, and retiring when you're 65 to experience the life that you want. You are the asset. You can make money from the gifts that God gave you. If you want to live a life of choice, where if you're having menstrual cramps and you don't want to have to clock into work, or if you've just had a baby and you don't want to return back to work after maternity leave, that's 100% possible. Think of women like Reese Witherspoon, Sarah Jakes Roberts, and Gayle King. They all have one thing in common. These women have used their feminine essence and turned it into wealth. Getting paid to be you is an art and a skill, and you can do it if you actually put in the effort. But here's the thing, you might want the soft life, traveling first class, having a cleaner, a big house, retiring your parents, a cook, and having options where money isn't a factor. But you cannot get paid to be you if you don't feel worthy to do less for more. No matter how many times I used to say, I need God to remove me from the strong soldier list. I don't want this struggle life. I still found myself chasing, working hard and hustling because that's what was ingrained deep into my subconscious from what I grew up being told as a child, what my teachers used to tell me in school, preachings I would hear in church, what my managers would tell me at work, and the level of expectation they had from me. So although I deeply desired a life of ease, I did not think it was possible without doing it the masculine way, until I started feeling safe enough to be still and allow opportunities and money to come to me. By believing that I was worthy, that I didn't have to prove myself, to overwork, to audition. I just had to that I deserve to take up space. I deserve to be in certain rooms and spaces. That I deserve to make money easily like I saw other women do on a day-to-day basis. I stopped stressing on the how and started focusing on becoming the who. I asked myself, who is this rich version of myself? What do I want to be, do, and feel once I start making this level of money? I got crystal clear about what I believed about myself, my priorities, what do I wear, eat, say yes and say no to. I had to get to know her on a deep, visceral level to become her. I stopped doing things randomly, hoping something becomes. I decided that I'm the woman who shows up online and shares her experiences, her knowledge and transformation, even if only a few people are paying attention. I decided I'm the woman whose value is not tied to how many hours she works. A woman who knows what she brings to the table, is confident in who she is, and shows up unapologetically. I made the decision that I'm the woman who's perfectly imperfect. A woman who doesn't wait until she has more money, until she has more followers, until everything looks aesthetic before obediently walking in my purpose. A woman who knows her value so charges accordingly. A woman who might be an introvert and feel cringy about being visible online, but shows up anyway because making money reduces the cringe significantly. A woman who's not going to be held back by fear, fear of being seen trying, or even fear of failure. A woman who embraces and learns from all the seasons in her life, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. The more I started to become, the more I started to attract and receive what I desired. Because it's not about how much money you make or how you make it, it's about who you become. The next way to get paid to be you is to use your beauty as currency. And listen, don't just take my personal experience as Bible. It is in the Bible, with Esther using her beauty to convince the king to revoke the order to execute the Jews. People pander and they're intrigued by beauty and confidence. They look at somebody who's attractive and somebody who believes in themselves, and it starts to trick them, and it convinces them psychologically that that person is who they say they are. That's in relationships, friendships, networking, business, or content creation. And that is why I will never stop preaching that if you're beautiful, you need to be on social media, and if you're pretty, you need to start a business. Whether you have something to sell or not, whether you have something to post or not. Look at women like Jess Hunt, Tamara Kalanick, Huda Beauty, Melissa's Wardrobe. All they did was show up online, attracted a community, built something of their own to help their community, and they've made millions. When you leverage your beauty and femininity, you will attract an audience, and they will tell you what you should sell. They'll comment on your hair, your skin, your body, how you carry yourself, and without realizing it, they're telling you their problem and that you have the solution to their problem. So you already have an audience who are willing to pay you and buy into you just for being you. Pretty privilege exists everywhere, especially when it comes to making money. And one of the comments that I usually get when I talk about pretty privilege or leveraging your beauty as currency is women saying, what if I'm just not pretty? What if I'm not beautiful? To that I say, there is no such thing. It's not about conforming or meeting societal beauty standards. It's about identifying your unique beauty that's distinct to you, leaning on that unique beauty and maximizing it. And I actually go into detail about how to identify your unique beauty in my visible and paid workbook. You have to become what you want to sell, being who you want, showing how you do it effortlessly, and how other people can do it for themselves too. I speak to a lot of women who seem to find selling who they are, how they think, or what they know really uncomfortable. Like they're not authentic and they're some kind of fraud because there's so much free information on the internet. ChatGPT, AI, Gemini. So what gives them the right to monetize their knowledge, their experiences, and their identity? And this goes back to seeing yourself as an asset, feeling worthy to get paid more by doing less. And also, somebody can do and accomplish what you have with ChatGPT. There will be a lot more successful people in the world. Thirdly, people don't just buy a product, they buy an experience, not just 3 steps of how to do something. They buy transformation. And there is nothing wrong with expecting compensation for your impact. Literally, when someone asks me how to do something or how I did something, that is billable hours. When it comes to solicitors, accountants, engineers, every second is billable. That's how you have to see your own time, your own energy, your own experiences as billable hours. The next way to get paid to be you is to lean into your feminine essence. The beginning of most success stories that you hear is someone saying that I was just doing something that I love, or this was just a hobby for me, because most successful businesses start off as some kind of passion project, which aligns perfectly with women's identity and natural gifts like homemaking, designing, speaking, nurturing, and creative projects. It's not just about turning a hobby hobby that you love into a business, because I'm of the belief that it's not every hobby that can be monetized. It's combining your natural gifts, something that you're naturally good at, something that you're genuinely passionate about, that you could spend the next 10 years doing, and something that the world actually needs and will pay for. And there's 3 ways that you can monetize your passion: lifestyle-based monetization, knowledge-based monetization, and product-based monetization. Lifestyle-based is showing your life, your 5 to 9 before your 9 to 5. Your life as somebody who has a chronic illness, your mindset, your routine, your modest outfit, your work outfit, your skincare routine, your makeup routine, how you do your hair. And you can make money through paid platforms like YouTube and TikTok, brand deals where brands will pay you to advertise on your platform, affiliate marketing where you talk about your favorite product or you create content while using your favorite products and you get paid a commission if people buy through your link. And then finally, UGC, which is user generated content, again where brands will pay you to create a piece of content that they want to put either on their own platform or put ad spend behind it so it can show up as ads on other people's feeds. Knowledge-based monetization is when you share what you know, what you've achieved, your transformation, your skills, your expertise from your professional background, and you create a product or service that will help people either achieve the same results or just learn more about that specific topic. This can be through digital products, one-to-one offers, group programs, long-term mentorship programs, or even memberships. And then finally, product-based monetization is when you create a solution for somebody's problem. So it can be a skincare brand, a makeup brand, a fashion brand, travel, tech, etc, etc. But if you don't want to choose, because why should you? You can have it all. You can become a hybrid, like I call myself, where you can utilize 2 or all 3 of these monetization tools. You could do lifestyle based and knowledge based, which I do. You could do product based and knowledge based, or you could tap into all 3. I do, however, recommend starting with one monetization tool and working your way up to the others. The idea is about not having to trade time for money and making money while doing something that you genuinely love, something that's aligned with who you are. If you want to know how to easily make money as women, make sure you watch this video. Like this video if you want to see more videos on femininity and money. Subscribe to the channel and I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye, lovely.